I bet you they were all gathered around the television and watching a young Nico Gramatica kick a game-winning field goal as USF defeats the Gators. Nico's father, an old kicker from Tampa, you might remember, Martin, is here with us today. How are you doing, buddy?
I'm excited to be called Nico's dad.
Yeah.
As a dad, you can't ask for a better thing.
No, right? It's so funny. As I read this one time, and I tried to explain this to my son, I read a thing that said, your dad is the only man that'll truly root that you do better than he does. And that is the absolute truth. You wish that your kids are like you're not. I mean, most normal human beings. You had a great career. You're hoping that your kids is even better than yours.
100%. And
Yeah.
I get asked all the time, are you upset if he breaks your records? I'm like, are you out of your mind?
Yeah.
Like,
Of all people to do it, you want him to be the one to do it.
I want them to be the one.
Right.
Yeah, nobody else but them.
Right.
So, yeah, no, it was an exciting time for the family for sure.
I heard Howard Stern ask Cindy Crawford one time. Cindy Crawford is still beautiful, but she's got to be pushing 55, 60 years old, you know? And her daughter is a model and looks exactly like her. And he said to her, when you look at her, are you ever jealous? And I thought, that's a dumb thing. It's her daughter. And she said, yes. And I thought, you know what? I get it, because she's seeing herself when she was young, and the one thing that she couldn't stop is age.
Right.
And she, looks at her daughter, and she's like, I'm happy for her, and I'm glad she's successful. But sure, it does make me a little jealous. I miss the times when I was there. Do you miss it, or are you all like, no, it's all about your son?
No, it's all about him.
Yeah.
It's different, though. It's so much harder. You know, when people ask me, is it harder? I go, 1,000%.
Yeah, because it's not your responsibility.
Yeah.
You can't do it. You have no control.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. So it's like people ask me, are you enjoying it?
Right.
No.
Afterwards, yeah.
For 4.5 hours, because these college games are so long too. We're nauseous. Like in this case, we were in Atlanta with my wife watching it on the iPad because they weren't broadcasting it there.
Yeah.
And we're in the bed of the hotel room on the iPad, and we're like both like looking.
And you're
at
there for the Bucs game.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I was there for the Bucs games, and we had a dinner that I was super late to, but we were nauseous for 4.5 hours. Like, especially when you know it's going to come down
Close
to it.
game.
Yeah.
And then the 58-yarder that he hit clean just was a little short. And I said, now if he gets another chance, I didn't want it to affect him. He said he felt good because he hit it clean.
Right.
58 yards. And he's still young. I mean, he's got the range, but every now and then it's just the ball's not going to fly. So I said he stayed focused. And I saw his teammates embrace him after that miss, which was awesome because they're like, hey, we're going to need you.
Right.
And that's why Golish has done an awesome job of creating that brotherhood that is so hard to do in this day and age with the portal. But these guys care about each other. So for 4.5 hours.
Well, now, especially now with these two victories, that they're like, they got to be closer than ever.
Yes, and it's a good group of guys. I see, I know Gio texted me, can you get Nico? And Nico leaves the house at 5.
Right.
And we don't see him till 8 o'clock at night. He comes and goes because they're either practicing, training, study hall, dinners. So, it's a full-time job for them, but they're together all the time. And these guys all care for each other.
Mike told me lock the door, don't let Martine in because Nico wouldn't come on the show.
No Nico, no Martine.
I'm not even at the gate. The gate lady doesn't even have my name.
Now, did his jersey get into USF Hall of Fame for that?
I saw that. Yeah, it was actually American Conference Hall of Fame.
Nice.
Yeah, the conference they're in. Him and the quarterback.
Yeah.
So Byron, so they asked for both of those jerseys.
That's
so it was
really
pretty
cool.
I didn't even know. I started getting messages. I'm like, what is this? So yeah, it was pretty cool.
Wasn't he like Lou Groza Player of the Week as well?
He was.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's funny because I was talking to my wife before the season. I said, if he just stays under the radar, just does his thing, just be fine. Because at the end of the day, there's a lot of pressure because everybody compares him. And I this is a thing we talk about at home all the time. I said, you're creating your own path, and don't hear the outside noise because if they have your number and they text you, great job, or we're here for you, that's the people you got to care about. The rest of them, yes, they're going to be nice, and then they're not going to be so nice. I mean, there's a viral video that came out that's not very nice. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. So they, you hug, and you're like, and they turn it into a homosexual embrace by the kicker and the holder.
Oh,
and I'm like, you
gotta ruin a moment.
You're trying to ruin a kid's, and that went more viral than the actual kick, which is or the win. The win, not even the kick, the win. It's a victory.
It's probably other college kids, rival schools. You know what I mean? That's what that is probably, which sucks.
But at the end of the day, he's got that support at home that, like, look, don't worry about it. It's like, let them talk. That stuff doesn't matter. What matters is the people that love you that are going to be here for you, whether you make it or miss it. That's at the end of the day. It could happen.
I watched the whole game, and USF gets the ball back, and I'm looking at the time, and I'm thinking, oh man, this is lining up. And I text these guys. I go,
So
listen.
can I just tell you real quick? Is that I was out doing stuff, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm not sitting home watching college games, but my phone starts blowing up. These guys text me. Richard texts me. Mike, I'm getting all these texts from people that text me, and I'm like, "What must Martine's phone be going through right now?" Yeah. People are texting me like he's my son. Your phone must have been going nuts.
Yes, I had. Well, I put it on Do Not Disturb. I do that for every game because I just don't. I don't want to be distracted. And I had over 350 messages when I turned it on, and then I kept getting more and more. And I think it was like 3 a.m. when I was replying to all. I want to make sure that thank people because I mean they're taking the time, and there's so many people, and especially being from Tampa, he's got a lot of friends, that care about him here. So it was cool to see it. Some Gator fans that were nice as well. They were glad that it was him that kicked the game winner. So it's pretty cool to see that they love, and for him, I think it's going to fuel him as well. To realize, look, there's a lot of people that care about me that want me to do well.
Yeah,
I text these guys, holy S. Nico might be setting up for the game-winning field goal against the Gators in the Swamp. For those that don't follow college football, this is massive.
Yeah. And I kept saying, keep getting it closer. I'm like, I don't care if you put it on the 1 inch line.
The last run, they got him within what was it, 4 yards or whatever? Like that was huge.
Yeah, that was especially for our hearts. Yeah, I'm like, man, because once they got in field goal range, then you start stressing,
right?
And then just by then, they're going to set it up for a kick. You don't want to risk, turning the ball over. So like, just the closer the better.
Really, the closer the better? Is there like a sweet spot where you're like, okay, 10-yard line's perfect for me, or is it as close as you can possibly get it?
No, I mean that's as a dad. I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
As a dad, I'm like, go ahead and score.
As a kicker, where was your sweet spot? Where were you like?
You don't even think about it.
No, you got to make it.
You're just you're really in the net, kicking and warming up. You at times you don't even know the distance. Like I've gone out on the field many kicks that I have no idea how far.
And what do you just kick as hard as you can?
No, you kick your same kick every time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because that's one of the things I learned from when I went from soccer to kicking. I would kick a 1-step extra point, 2-step 30-yarder, because I was playing soccer basically as a kicker. Then they're like, no, your extra point has to be the same as a 60-yarder. Okay, so that way your swing's always the same in the muscle memory. So you don't really think you're going to try to kick the ball straight, hard from wherever you kick it.
Yeah, I would imagine that way you're consistent. That way you're not going out there and putting your full leg into it for a 60-yarder and it just goes off to the right, as opposed to, if you're 10 yards, you're like doing a little chip shot. Yeah, that makes sense.
But there's times that it's farther than your range, and then you have to put more into it. And that's like when the guy hit at 66-yarder. I can remember Tucker. No, it's Tucker. Yeah, Justin Tucker.
Yeah.
He took a step and then took an extra step, and most people didn't notice that, but he took an extra step, so he knew he needed to get a little extra.
Yeah.
So that's where like a kicker with experience can figure that out. But in most cases, you just try to make sure it's the same kick every time.
Yeah, Boswell just did the 60-yarder to win the game for the Steelers. That was nice.
Yeah, these guys are incredible. A 70-yard field goal. I'm like, come on.
Yeah, Little from Jaguars. Yeah.
I've been to the Swamp a couple times. I can't even imagine how loud it was when he's getting ready to kick that ball. Like they're arguably one of the loudest places to play in all of college football is the Swamp. It had to be insane.
You could hear, I guess, on the TV, but I have a picture with him like kicking like really small, and then you just see orange and blue. It just feels like the Swamp's going to swallow you.
I mean, this is their whole. He's kicking away their season, which is basically what's happening.
More importantly, when he came home, what was the meat that he was cooking on the grill?
You see that?
Of course, it's the one thing I commented on his Instagram. I go, now we're talking about it.
I wasn't even home. He cooked it for his brother. Him and his brother and a couple of the guys came over. It's a flank steak.
Yeah.
So that's good. Listen, the invite's open, man.
I know, but
I know it's hard.
I don't want to show up on a weekend where he's got a big kick. You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
step on his foot or something.
Yeah.
More than likely Sundays he's grilling out.
Yeah, so, it looks so good
after the Bucs games.
Yeah.
Mike bumps the grill and falls down, hits his toe,
hot coal in his shoe.
How's your wife through all this? The same way, ball of nerves like you?
Yeah, big time. And she's basically lived it on this side her whole life. She's like, it was hard to watch you do it, but now watching your kid do it is 1,000 times more stressful and difficult. But again, we're so proud and happy for him, but it's not easy, to sit there and watch because eventually kicker's going to miss, and that's what I'm preparing mentally. I've tried to prepare him for that. Eventually you're going to miss a kick. Eventually it's going to happen. You just have to realize that doesn't change what you do in the future. So just keep going. But
how do you think he's going to handle it?
No, the one
he
thing
seems pretty level-headed.
Yeah, that's one of the things that he's much better than I am. He's more controlled, and the next day he didn't even want to talk about the kick. He's like, I'm moving forward. We're moving to Miami, and that's the way the Coach Golish approached the team. Like, look, we're going to celebrate tonight, and then after that, we get back and we focus on Miami because the season's not over. I mean, you still got a lot of football left. Beating Florida doesn't mean anything if you start losing now. So
when the coach has celebrated, you mean do all that gay stuff that they did?
Exactly. That was done before the coach said celebrate.
I'm kidding.
Yeah. Well, any hug, if you pause it at the right time and take a screenshot, you can make it look really bad.
But also, there's a certain bond. There's certain things that you do with your best friend that seems like we used to punch each other in the nuts when we were younger.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's the gayest thing you could do, but it's not gay.
It's so funny because they had on social media, when boxers face off, whenever they square off after the weigh-in and stuff, and they have them there, and they made it look like it was a wedding reception, like it was a wedding happening, because they're face to face and they're looking at each other's eyes. But you put somebody with flowers behind them, all of a sudden, you're like, oh.
AI is very creative now too. So,
that's true.
It's all good.
Now, so okay, we got Miami. You going to Miami, or what do you got going on?
No, I have. I just got invited to go to Miami, and then I'm not going to be able to go because I coach my daughter. So with 3 kids, you have to make sacrifices. We watch the other one on an iPad. We'll watch it at home. So so I won't be able to go. Sadly, I wanted to go. That would have been a fun game to go to, but
that's got to be. But you're a good father. I would have looked right at my daughter's eyes and go, "I'm not going." Well, my daughter has. We're going to broadcast from Universal Studios. And I said to my family, "Are you guys going to come with me on that?" And they were like, "Yeah, probably." And then they were like, "Oh, Juliana has volleyball." And I went on. I looked and I go, "Yeah, I'm not going to that."
If I wasn't the coach, I'm the coach.
Right.
If I wasn't the coach, I'd be like, "Hey, peace, I'm out." I'm going to USF game, but no, I coach the team. So
so you can't not be there for that. I got you.
Yeah.
All right, good. Well, congratulations to Nico, and
Thank
hopefully more success this week as they head down to Miami.